We saw a bizarre retirement that happened in the Monaco 2021 Grand Prix, where Bottas came in for his regular pit stop when he was running in P2, and for some reason, his front right wheel wouldn't come off. Now, messing up a pit stop in Formula 1 is nothing new. We've seen it plenty of times before, of drivers missing the box, skidding in the pit lane, tyres coming off, fire, anything you could think of, it's pretty much happened. But with this scenario, the wheel nut actually didn't come off, and it's something that we've never really seen before. So what actually happened here, and what was the cause of it? So Bottas comes in, and as we can see, the mechanic pushes the wheel gun into the wheel socket. And then as usual, the wheel gun then spins up to 10,000 RPM, supplying torque of around 3,000 Newton meters to get the nut off in the quickest time. After the first couple of attempts, they then switch to their spare wheel gun, and each wheel has a spare gun just for scenarios like this because the hose connected might not have enough air pressure coming into it. But after they switched the wheel gun and tried it one more time, they then realize it's all to do with the threading. Now here is a typical racing wheel nut, and granted it's not one from Formula 1, but it is used in Formula Racing. And you can see here, this is where the wheel gun is connected onto, goes onto the wheel axle and then screwed into the place with these really large threads at the bottom here. And what's happened in this scenario is that the actual wheel nut itself has cross-threaded. And as a quick explainer, cross-threading is effectively when you've got your nut and your bolt threads going against one another and actually stripping away all the metal on the inside. So although you might be able to get your nut onto your bolt absolutely fine, if all that threading has been stripped away, then effectively you can't unscrew it because there's no thread for it to unscrew from. And here in slow motion, you can see the metal shrapnel flying off the nut as they keep trying to remove it. But what's happening is, as there's no thread to latch onto, the gun spinning at 10,000 RPM is just removing more thread on the wheel axle. Now in terms of what actually caused this, there's kind of two main ones that kind of stick out for me. The first one could be that it was actually installed incorrectly on the grid before the race, and that could just be the wheel nut being going on at a wrong angle, but I highly doubt that because all the parts and components are manufactured by the teams themselves, and it's kind of like a perfect fit for all of them. The second option, which is the one I'm more believing, is that the wheel nut was quite old and it's been used quite a lot, you know, for pit stop practice, and effectively they could have had a small little scratch on the inside on the thread, which once they came in for the actual pit stop, when they went against the wheel axle thread, it then just scraped all that metal straight off. Either way though, in a situation like this, no one's really at fault here because it is just a random occurrence that happened, and it has happened before in Formula 1, but granted, that was quite a few years ago. But there you have it, that is what happened to Valtteri Bottas in the Monaco Grand Prix. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the race. I personally found it quite boring, unfortunately. I love the hype around Monaco and I love qualifying, but when it got to the race today, we barely saw any overtakes, and the one overtake we did, it then got swiped away by the TV director. And as a quick reminder, my goal for this year is to try to reach 50,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed already, click the red button down below, and hopefully we can reach it by the end of the year. But that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to click the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos of mine, you can do so by clicking over there on the left-hand side. And as a reminder, if you're not subscribed already, you can do so just down below. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.